let's make some Christmas trees that should be pretty simple and quick. We're going to want cardboard, scissors or knife, ruler, hot glue gun, Loctite spray foam, jute twine, fairy lights, some pretty little balls, and a jug of paper mache paste. To get started, let's get this cardboard and roll it up a few different times and try to make it a little bit easier to work with. Now that we got that cardboard nice and loosened up, we're going to make ourselves a triangle that we can use to create a pattern to make the cone with. This particular triangle right here is 6 inches wide at the base, and it's about it's a little over 8 inches tall. Now let's take that triangle, cut it out, and we're going to trace it, flip it over, and trace it again. Once we have these two triangles traced out, we need to create a curve on the bottom side. To do this, I taped a piece of twine to my pencil, then held it at the top side of the triangle, and then traced the curve out on the bottom side. Now let's cut this entire pattern out and glue it together to create a cone, which is going to be the base of our tree. That curve that we drew on the bottom of the triangles is what helps keep this round and flat once we glue it all together. Before we go any further, we need to add a little bit of excitement to this project. So let's grab those fairy lights and we're going to wrap them around the tree, and then we're going to hot glue them into place. Just make sure that you leave the battery pack inside the cone. Now, if you're paying attention, you'll see that I've taped down some plastic wrap. That's there because we're going to spray our Loctite spray foam all around this tree, and we don't want that to stick to the table once it's done. Now take your spray foam and start at the base of the tree and spray around the tree and work your way up one layer at a time. While the foam is fresh and still sticky, you're going to want to start applying all your shiny little balls randomly all over the tree. Now once I got all these little ball glittery decorations all over the tree, I wanted to go ahead and add some more glitter. So what I did is basically I poured the glitter into my hands and then threw it onto the tree while the tree was still sticky. But this really wasn't the best idea or the best way to go about doing this. What I recommend is waiting for the tree to dry up, then mix some glitter into some Mod Podge, and then paint it onto the tree. Now moving on to our second tree design, which we're going to use the jute twine for. Notice once again, we've got plastic wrap taped to the table, and we got ourselves another cardboard cone. We made it the exact same way as we did before. Now this tree is going to be made with jute twine soaked in paper mache paste. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is wrap this cone up with some plastic wrap so we can remove that cone later on. This time we're not going to wrap the fairy lights around the tree as our prep. We're just going to string them out to the side. And basically, to have this tree prepped and ready to go, we've got our cone, we've got our plastic wrap on the table, and we've got our cone wrapped with plastic wrap and fairy lights, the battery pack underneath the tree with the lights strung out to the side. Now that we've got that base all prepared, we need to get us some jute twine prepped and ready to go. Just roll out a whole bunch of twine. Sorry, I didn't measure this out. But once you get a lot of it rolled out, cut it off, and then just take that jute twine and put it directly into your paper mache paste. Now it's time to start wrapping that base up with some twine. The first layer on this one, I went up and down the tree. Once I got a few layers going up and down the tree, then I took the fairy lights and wrapped them all around the tree. Once the fairy lights are in place, just grab your jute twine and start wrapping it all around the tree. And once that's done, just set that thing off to the side to dry. These little trees right here were super fun to make, and they were pretty much just really fast. The longest one to do was the jute twine one, And the only thing that took any time on the jute twine one was the fact that you had to set and wait for this thing to dry up. Other than that, it was super quick. These spray foam ones, extremely fast. Once you start spraying that spray foam on and you get it built up to the top, you have about enough time to start putting on these little, you know, pretty things to the edges of it. And within 5 to 10 minutes after that, it tacks up enough that you can handle it, do whatever, pull apart. I mean, they dry up quick. These are extremely fun, extremely easy to do. I know I didn't show this one in the video being built because I built it off camera. This one, we did that cardboard base. The hardest thing with this whole deal is that cardboard base. To try to roll that thing up and loosen it so you can get the cone shape. That's pretty tough. However, on this one, instead of using cardboard, I know it puts a little more expense into them, but we had some of that foam. It's like a paper sheet. This was longer, but it's foam instead of paper. It's what, 1/4 of an inch thick or whatever. That stuff was super easy. Just made the pattern, rolled it, glued it together. Much easier to deal with a cardboard. So if you're looking for ease and something that doesn't hurt your hands so much, use the foam. If you don't want to spend any money and you've got cardboard laying around, use the cardboard, fight it. You can get it to work. You can see it works. I did attach the battery sides of these with a little Velcro on the inside of each one. You don't have to do that. You can just set them down on top and go on, but it gets kind of annoying when you pick them up and the battery thing hangs out. This little tree here, I'm not going to do that with. I don't want to see the battery thing, you know, stuck to the side of it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm making some more Christmas stuff and these little... I hope you enjoyed the video of watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and making these crazy... I hope you enjoyed the video of making these easy, small little Christmas trees, and maybe, hopefully, you'll give it a try yourself. It's literally that easy. I think you should go try it. But until next time...
Keep making something from nothing.